Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is John, for those of you who don't know me, and this is my E46 M3. It's been a year since the Valvetronic muffler went on my car, and it's been a year since I've made a YouTube video, so I'm very sorry about that. But, like I just said, we are going to be reviewing the Valvetronic muffler today. Before we get going with the actual review of the muffler, I want to tell you a little bit about my full exhaust setup. I have the Status Group stainless steel headers, I have their rasp eliminator section 1, I have their unresonated section 2, which leads into the absolutely glorious stainless steel Valvetronic muffler that I've had on for a year. I've done 5 track days on it this year. Got married this year, so that took up some of the track time, but I love my wife, and now she's coming with me to a bunch of track days next year, so all is well. But overall, the muffler's been holding up really well. I've had no issues. There's no rattling. There's been no issues with the, the valve itself, with the compressor that runs it. Everything's been really good. I'm very happy with it. I put a few thousand street miles on it, drive it to work, all that stuff, and the only way for me to show you really how good it is to go for a drive. So let's go. Welcome to the inside of the M3. We are on the road and we have the valves closed. I'm in 4th gear doing 40 miles an hour, which is the speed limit. I'm behaving. And even though I have no back seat and nothing separating the trunk from the main cabin space, it's really not that loud, considering that we're just cruising along at 27-ish hundred RPMs, and it's not bad. Put my foot down. It's still not bad. It's really not. You get a little diff whine, which is actually really fun. All right, so like I said, the valves are closed. And the plus side is to E46 is that you can put your foot down and still pretty much do the speed limit because you won't go anywhere. So that's fine. But if I take the remote and press that button, oh my God, I've had this muffler on the car for pretty much a year since German Motors installed it. By the way, German Motors is now in Clifton. They have a beautiful new shop, so if you need anything, be sure to hit them up. They do a lot with Valvetronic, so I had to give Mo a little shout out because he's been very good to me. And I'm still amazed every single time I open the valves, like, oh my God. Let me slow down so I can give second gear. Back to just sounding like a basic, axle back system. It's phenomenal. I gotta say, Valvetronic really knocked it out of the park. That was the one thing I didn't like, because, I do have this car set up for track, and it is a bit more aggressive than the average car, and, the volume that it was at, so that way I could have the numbers that I wanted when Castle Performance tuned it, having it loud all the time was not exactly fun. And as much as I love the S54 at 7,000, 8,000 RPMs, whatever, screaming away, it's awesome, but when you want to go out to dinner or just cruise or go to work, you don't always want it like screaming in your face, and it was just dreary and awful. And because I do take the wife to dinner in this car still, which is phenomenal, but it had its drawbacks. In order to give you a proper comparison as to the difference with the valves open and closed, besides hearing it through the GoPro inside the cabin here, which only gives you so much, I'm going to now show you a flyby with first the valves closed and then one with the valves open. having the ability to do that whenever you want, but then close it on these cars was, in my opinion, the one thing that they were missing. They were. And now it's just, it really does give that multi-purpose use. You could have like that ludicrous savagery on the weekends, and then you could close it and be civilized day to day, going to work, you know. And it even came in handy at the track. Lime Rock Park had a sound restriction during one of our track days before 10 a.m. And my first session was at 9:15, so I did a session with the valve closed. So while everyone else was putting around because they couldn't use all of it, I was out there having a blast. So thank you, Valvetronic. Kudos to you. If anyone is interested in ordering this muffler, I've included a link in the description. I apologize, I haven't done a YouTube video in quite a while. So yeah, just be sure to like, subscribe, and if you have any questions, you can reach out to me in the comments, or I'll include it. Obviously, it's my YouTube account. Pardon me. And you can DM me anytime with any questions. Happy to help. All right, guys. You have a great day, and hope everyone's having a happy and safe holiday.